Hi students, in this class we see example 1.2 in the book. Consider 2 point charges Q1 and Q2 at rest as shown in the figure. They are separated by a distance of 1 meter. Calculate the force experienced by the two charges for the following cases. Q1 is equal to 2 microcoulomb and Q2 is equal to plus 3 microcoulomb for option A. In option B they changed Q2 is equal to minus 3. In option C, what they did is they kept the charge in the water. So they ask we have to find the force, right? Force experienced by the charge, right? So force experienced by the charge is determined by using Coulomb's law. So let us take case 1 or case A. Right here they are given Q1 is equal to plus 2 microcoulomb, Q2 is equal to plus 3 microcoulomb, right? As per Coulomb's law, we know that F is equal to K into Q1 Q2 by R squared into R cap. Here what we are going to find force on charge 2 by force on charge by force by charge 1. Right, next we find force on charge 1 by 2. First, so we find what is the force on 2 by 1. So that's why F21. So for F21, what in which direction the vectors act along? From 1 to 2. So R12. This is a formula we know. Now we know Q1, Q2. What is K value? K is equal to 9 into 10 power 9. Right? R is the distance between the charge 1 and 2. What is the distance between the charge 1 and 2? It is given here as 1 meter. So R12 is equal to 1 meter. What is R12 cap? R12 cap is unit vector from along the charge 1 to 2. So it is showing the direction from 1 to 2. In which direction it is acting along? It is acting along the I direction or I cap. So we know, right? So it is a 3-dimension means this is X, this is Y, this is Z. So I cap, the direction along X is I cap, direction along Y is J cap, direction along K is K cap. So since it is acting going along the X direction, R12 is I cap. Right? Okay, now we have to substitute. What is the formula? F21, that is force on charge 2 by charge 1. F21 is equal to K 9 into 10 power 9. Q1 is 2 microcoulomb, so convert into coulomb. Micro means 10 power minus 6. Q2 is plus 3 micro, convert into coulomb, 10 power minus 6. Micro means 10 power minus 6. Divided by R12, that is 1 meter square into I cap, right? So now if we simplify, what will happen? This is 9 to 18, 18 into 3, 54. This is 10 power minus 9, 10 power minus 12, so 10 power minus 3. So 54 into 10 power minus 3 I cap. So this is F21, right? So it's a vector. So that's why we got I cap, right? So in which direction the force acts along? Along the direction of I cap. You see, we know that Q1 is positive charge because it is 2 microcoulomb. So Q1 is positive, right? So similarly, 2 microcoulomb. Q2 is also positive. Why Q2 is positive? Because it is plus 3 microcoulomb. They have given plus. Since it is plus positive, here also it is plus positive. So we know two of the same charges repel each other. So what happens? F21 means force on charge 2 by 1. So force on charge 2 by 1. So F21. It will be repelled. So it will go this side. So F21 will be in this direction. Yes, because both are positive charges, that is same charges repel each other. Similarly, what is F12? F12 means force on F12. We know as per Coulomb's law, right? F12 is opposite to F21, right? We know that it is as per the Newton's third law. So F12 is, this is force on charge 1 by 2, right? Because force on charge 1 by 2. This is force on charge 2 by 1. So since this is also positive, positive charges, same charges repel each other. This force will go, this is pushed by this direction, F12, right? So F12 will act in this direction, right? So F12 will be in this direction, F21 will be in this direction because same charges repel each other. So what is my, this is unit you have to put, force is Newton. So F21 is 54. What is F12? It is minus F21. So minus 54 into 10 power minus 3 Newton, right? So this is I cap. Don't forget I cap because it is a vector, right? So this is the answer for section A. Now we go to B. What is B? Q1 is equal to 2, Q2 is equal to minus 3. So case B is Q1 is equal to 2, Q2 is equal to minus 3. What is the only change they made? Instead of Q2 is equal to positive charge, they made it as a negative charge, right? Okay, something wrong here, right? Let me erase it. Sorry. Okay, fine. This is good. Okay. So Q1 is equal to plus 2, Q2 is equal to minus 3. Right? So what we have to do? So here we are having Q1. Right? So let me take Q1 here. Plus 2. Q1. Q2 is minus 3. Q2. Right? These are all opposite charges. So the force will be, the force will be attractive force, right? So they attract each other. So what is the thing? This is F force on 2 by 1, right? So force on 2 by 1. Similarly, what about this one? Force on 1 by 2, right? So both are attracting each other. So this force will be attracted towards this one, and F21 is attracted towards this one. Attractive force, right? So what happens? Let us see. So formula is F1 similarly, or F21, force on 2 by 1. That is equal to K into Q1 Q2 divided by R squared into R cap. This is 1 2. So we have to put 1 2 as we did in the problem number 1. As usual, K is 9 into 10 power 9. Q1 is equal to 2. Micro means 10 power minus 6 into 3. Here it is minus 3 because negative charge. P into minus 6 divided by the distance between the two charge, again 1 only, right? But in which direction R12 will be there? The force will be acting on 1 2 2. So 1 2 2 is in X direction. So I cap as usual. That is not changing, right? So I cap your port. So that will be equal to, again the same answer, but only minus 54 I cap, right? 9 into 2 18, 18 into 3 54. Minus 54. It is 10 power 9, 10 power minus 12, so 10 power, minus 3. 54 into, let me erase it. 54 into 10 power minus 3 I cap Newton. This is force on charge 2 by charge 1, right? But what about F12? F12 is always opposite to F21. There is equivalent opposite reaction. The same principle, Newton's third law, right? So F12 is exactly opposite. So that is minus of minus 54 into 10 power minus 3 I cap that is equal to 54 into 10 power minus 3 I cap into Newton. Right? So this is a Newton is a unit, force unit. You understand the difference? So here it is attractive force. That is very important. The force is attractive because opposite charges attract each other. Whereas here it is repulsive force because both are chain charges, so they repel each other, right? So you understand the difference how I put arrow mark here? This is F12, force on charge 1 by 2. This is F21, force on charge 2 by 1. So they attract because opposite. This is minus, this is plus. Right? What about case 3? Right? So case 3 is same question, but what is the problem? Here they have kept Q1 is equal to plus 2 microcoulomb. Sorry, case C. Right? Q1 is plus 2 microcoulomb, Q2 is minus 3 microcoulomb. Again, the force is attractive because there is no change. Opposite charges attract each other. So this will be attractive. Q2 will attract Q1 towards this. Q1 will attract Q2 towards Q1. So this force is force on 1 by 2. So F12. This usual force on 2 by 1. So F2. And that is, this is F12. This is F21. Right. But what is the only difference? In the first two cases, they have kept it in free space. Now they have kept it in water with the epsilon r is equal to 80. The formula we know for free space, it is Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught r squared into r cap. But here we are having, we keep our charge in the water. So water means we have to use epsilon. Epsilon naught is for free space only. So epsilon. But we know epsilon is equal to epsilon naught into epsilon r. What is epsilon naught? We know 8.8 into 8/4 into 10 power minus 12. Whereas epsilon r is given as per the problem, it is 80. Now the problem changes into Q1 Q2 divided by 4 pi epsilon, that is epsilon naught into epsilon. When we have to use in the formula, use epsilon naught if they don't give any element. That means it is free space, so we have to use epsilon naught. Suppose if they give the charge is located in the water or some metal with the epsilon r, means we have to use epsilon only. If they don't give epsilon r, that means the charge in the free space, you can use k is equal to 9 into 10 power 9. But if they give some, the water is, the charge is located in the water or some other element, means we have to use epsilon only. Epsilon is equal to epsilon naught into epsilon r cap r square. Right? Again, Q1 is 2 into 2 microcoulomb, 2 into 10 power minus 6. Q2 is minus 3 into 10 power minus 6 micro, right? 4 pi epsilon naught is 8.854 into 10 power minus 12 r. Distance between the two charges, again the same 1 meter squared, right? R cap, it's acting along the I direction, right? So what is happening? Again, if you simplify, okay, epsilon naught, epsilon r, I didn't substitute. Epsilon naught I substitute, epsilon r is into 80. So if you substitute this, what you get is minus 0.675 into 10 power minus 3 Newton, I direction. That is what? Force on 2 by 1. Clear? In water. I understand the logic. So that is very important. Fine. Otherwise, simply you can make it. You see, I minimize the formula like this. For in general, if they give any object, so what do you know? Q1, I told you to substitute Q1 Q2 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught epsilon r squared r cap. We know 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is k. So we can write as K into Q1 Q2 by epsilon r squared r cap. That is also correct, right? So I can write as, instead of 1 by 4 by epsilon r, I can write 9 into 10 power 9 q1 q2 divided by epsilon r into r squared r cap. That is also give the same answer, right? So what you got is f21 is equal to minus 0.675 into 10 power minus 3. We have to find f12. What is the charge on 1 by what is the force on charge 1 by charge 2? F12 is exactly opposite, that is minus F21 as per Newton's third law. So that will be equal to 0.675 into 10 power minus 3 Newton, right? So I cap, don't forget, I am forgetting I cap. So I cap, it is a vector quantity, right? So that's all about this session. If you are having any doubt, please ask me in comment section. I will clarify all your doubts. Thank you.